Hi. Wow. What an amazing night it is, right? So much care going on. A lot of care. It's just, I could feel it. You could feel that I'm feeling, that we could feel the feeling. I mean, a lot of feeling. That's what it is. I don't know why. I don't even know why you're fucking here. What are you trying to do? You're pissing in jars? Nobody cares. We're smoking here the Davidoff Millennium Pro. Millennium Pro. That's a Taurus. Taurus Millennium Pro. That's a pistol. We are smoking a 9mm pistol. It is not a Taurus Millennium Pro. This is a Davidoff Millennium Lancero. Wow, fuck. I just fucking transitioned Lancero's 9mm. Although 9mm is about the same diameter as a Lancero. It's a very wow. 9mm, 9 by Lancero. Shit. Richie's onto something. You could probably fit like 6 9mm in here. Davidoff Millennium Lancero. First time having it, so yeah, it is. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Why don't you go make your own fucking show so you could introduce the way you want to introduce? Nobody cares. With your stinky fucking clinky, busting Hyman. You want to come here? Is this your fucking show? Is this your show? Is this how you gonna treat Richie, huh? You gonna come in and disrespect me? You gonna come in and disrespect me? Is that how it is? We got some water. Ah, this was generously provided by Joshua Jackaway. He decided to flex on us and provide this cigar. Base price of the cigar is around $30, so it is not cheap at all. It is not cheap at all. Who got a haircut? I don't understand. What haircut? Who got a haircut? What haircut? Yeah, is this haircut? Hold on a second. Okay. What's okay, yeah. 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 I'm gonna put all right, so good. All right, I started off the whole show. Everyone's in timeout. Everyone's in the dome. All right. So now we're going to start fresh. I have decided to put everyone in the 300 club. Right? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Gio, what are you mad? What? What are you mad, Gio? Because I have hair like a lion? Huh? You're worried about my hair, Gio? Gio, I'm 10 years older than me. I'm 10 years older than you. I got hair like a lion. Did you try to bust my fucking balls? Huh? Huh? The Davidoff Millennium Lancero. If we could get someone who's not in the dome to talk about the what type of tobacco it's using, that I don't know. We got a nice little pig cap on top. I gotta say, it's a very nice looking cigar. It's a beautiful looking wrapper, darker brown. Although it has a nice oily sheen to it, an oily feel. I have not smoked this one yet, and it is what it is. I'm excited about it. Davidoff's, I always enjoy. Looks like a nice single cap. Issues with Lanceros would be either a burn going out because you didn't stay on it enough, because Lanceros are very small cherry, so they're very easy, can go out. Another issue with the Lancero could be a tight draw because you already have a small diameter to begin with. So that can always be an issue. So we'll keep that in mind. And now that everyone is in the 300 club, I can just relax without all these assholes here. Tat, 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 tat. Sack, Anthony P, Geo, busting balls. Go fuck yourselves. Okay, go hang out with the Vixen. Right? Go hang out with Vix. You think I like sitting outside in 37-degree weather? I don't care. I don't give a shit. Fucking tired of this place. Soft, gentle heat is the way. I could have done this all in one match. Such a small diameter. Be careful with that small diameter, so you don't want to hold it too close to it. One match, it's already toasted. Ah, aromatics are great. Now let's get to puffing. Here we go. Let's get to puffing. Here we go. Off the bat. Off the bat. Off the bat. Fantastic fucking draw. Off the bat. Fantastic fucking flavor. Fantastic fucking character. I already know what the cigar's trying to do. Deep, rich chocolate. Fucking roasted fucking chestnuts. Slight earth. Nice black pepper spice. Deep wood. Fucking very fucking smoked wood. Like a fucking like very rich, like if you're smoking drinking bourbon, the fucking that barrel of that rich fucking wood from the barrel. Like a charred wood. That's fucking nice. That's nice off the bat. That was the first fucking puff. It's about full strength off the bat as well. About full strength off the bat as well. Pretty heavy off the bat as well. So the initial impression of this cigar, of the Davidoff Millennium Lancero, I must say it's one of the stronger Davidoffs I've ever had, and I love it. Oh, that. Wow, that early on, we're this early on, we're already in the 4.7. Like this early on, only up from it. Wow, that is not a bullshit cigar. It's more rich in chocolate than it is in black pepper. There is black pepper after the chocolate, but the chocolate is a more percentage of the profile. Very rich charred wood, very milk chocolatey. Nice black pepper. That's nice, dude. That's nice. That is a pretty strong ballsy cigar from Davidoff. Thank you very much, Josh, for the cigar. Make sure everyone's staying strapped. It's what it is. Nobody cares. Wow. Well, I love it. I can say I literally love this fucking cigar. If you love fucking like Liga Privada, Padron 26 Maduros, cigars like that, you love this cigar. I mean, it has its own thing. It's not it doesn't taste like that exactly, but those kind of profiles. If you love immense amount of chocolate, nice spice, black pepper, some earth, and plenty of rich fucking smoked wood. I mean, it's flavors you had before, but I don't. It's like an action movie. What happens in this movie? Action. Oh, it's like the other action movie? Yeah, but this one, the guy shot someone from the helicopter. But in this movie, the guy shoots someone in the helicopter. Oh, and in this movie, the guy in the helicopter shoots a guy in the helicopter. Yeah? Yeah. Shit. Action, baby. That's fine. Caramel's coming in now as well. Bro, that is a fucking phenomenal cigar. I wish I just would have reviewed this. Instead, I'm hanging out here with these assholes. Here's what it is. I'm hanging out with these assholes. I'm hanging out with these assholes. Nobody cares. I don't even know why I'm here. I should have made a video. I could have just talked for 5 minutes and then go hang out with myself. You know. This is a very easy to love cigar. A very easy to love cigar. A very delicious cigar. 75% darkness. It's a very heavy medium to full. It's almost full strength. That's delicious. Holding that smoke, it's a little richer and stronger than you think it is. Wow. This cigar is a lot better than you think it's going to be. Oh, good. Yeah, good. Do it. Do it. Go for it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is what it is. I'm sitting in a fucking car. It's like 36 degrees now. Nobody cares. What the fuck am I doing this place? This is a stupid place, but we got a great cigar. So definitely shout out to Joshua for this cigar. That's an amazing Davidoff. That is an amazing Davidoff. That blend with that size, wow. Wow. Oh, yeah. This thing's burning slow as well. Very chocolatey. Milk chocolatey. Very sweet. Very pungent charred wood, though. I mean, pungent. Pungent charred wood. You know the charred wood that you get, that really nice smoke pit you get on a Fuente? I'm getting that in this. Wow. That's very chocolatey. So if you like the anejo, yeah. If you like the anejo, yeah. These two cigars pair perfectly in size and in caliber, in quality, and just prestige. These two cigars right here go perfectly. What's up, bro?
How much?
How's your balls?
Good, you?
How's
Fresh?
everything? All right?
Yeah, man.
What are you on the deck?
Yep.
What are you doing?
It's another one of these guys since I got the box coming.
That was you?
Yeah, another little one.
Yeah. How's that going? Good.
Kind of overkilling it, man. Smoking them too much, they're losing the magic.
I think with stronger cigars, if you do them a lot, you can almost come numb to them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just because a Bijou is a very heavy cigar. Like if you smoke them every day, it's almost like your palate. You need a cleanse. You know what I'm saying though? Like I'd probably have one if I had a box. I might have one of those once a week because if you,
Right.
I've
Yeah.
had them a few. I've had them a few times in a row.
No, it
I've even
makes
had,
sense though.
I've even had twice. It's almost like the stronger, heavier, darker cigar is, the less you have to use it to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you fucking, you know,
Yeah, I'll have to lighten it up on the next one or two for sure.
Yeah.
It's
Or
just
even if you just change the cigar, because even if it's another strong cigar, it's still a different cigar,
flame.
different kinds of
Yeah,
tobacco, different oils. When you constantly, it's like, let's say Chinese food. When you want Chinese food 5 nights in a row, like, it's like you're like by the fourth night you're like, bro, like, so even if something's good
give
or
me a
great,
fucking hamburger.
something, it's just my father Bajou is very strong and heavy, and I'd probably do it once a week, just so you can enjoy it. It's I did
Right.
2 of them in one night, and that was a lot. I did back
Yeah.
to back. That was a lot. That fucking was a lot. Like that kind of hurt me, you know. And I think when
Blowing
I
it
did
out.
that, they weren't even the small ones. I was at a
Oof.
lounge, I just fucking, I was like fucking it up, just like, man, whatever. Fuck, like sweating. You try to get home, you're like sweating. You're like, ah.
Yeah, shit. So last night I had the Garcia and one of these about the halfway point of this. That was the first time I think I've ever got the sweats. But it is also like starting to warm up outside, and
Yeah.
got to be sitting in the fucking car. But it was just like, damn, my heated seats on, or what the fuck? Why am I getting so fucking hot?
Not here, man. Like, for some reason we went back to winter, and I'm so pissed. Like, I'm pissed. Like, it was snow outside today. Like, it's like, what the fuck? And
Yeah, it seemed like. Go ahead.
no, it just sucks, And now it's 35 degrees, and tomorrow's gonna get up to like 53, but like cloudy. Dude, like a week ago it was 88 degrees, so it's like, you know what that's like? It's like dating a girl for a week and you fucking, and the second week she's like, I want to wait before we get married. You're like, we were just fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I got religion. You're like,
It's like,
you
you
know,
born
that's what happens.
again?
Yeah, whatever it is in life, you don't want to go back. Like, you don't
Right.
want to you don't want to get a demotion. Like, we decided this year to pay you less. You're like, what? You know. That's why I think they give raises, because every year you do something, you get older, you care less, and you get weaker. So, like, we'll give you a little more money. Say that.
Stay with us, please.
It's like, why don't you? Okay, they should give you, when you start a job, maximum pay, and every year lower you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I would do it. I'd be like, you're gonna work the hardest this first year, man. You're an apprentice. $100 an hour. Next year, 99. By the time you retire, you're making $70 an hour, whatever. You know what I'm saying? No,
Right,
right?
right.
Because you call pay your dues, it'd be the opposite. It'd be like, because a union job, the newest guys do the hardest work. I pay
Oh
them the
yeah.
most, and then you could coast as you wait, you go to retirement.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on that.
Oh, that's facts. That's facts for sure. Down at the
Yeah,
fucking port, if you're an old man with gray hair and you've been down there, you're essentially paid to just fucking stand. There you go. Just go stand over there and
yeah.
make that fucking big money.
It is what it is, though, man. But you know what though? It's like, it's all how you look at it, right? You might look at that guy at the port and go, "Look at him," and he's looking at you, going, "Look at you. You got more time left, and you're younger." He
Right.
would trade that extra. Let's just say, whatever it is. Like when I was, well, let's say it's salary. So let's say one guy's making 25, the other guy's making $50 an hour, but the one guy's 60 years old, making $50 an hour, and the other guy's 25 years old, making $25 an hour. Trust me, that 60-year-old would rather make $20 an hour and be plowing
And
pussy
be
all weekend. He'd
yeah,
rather be young again. Know why?
for
That
sure.
guy's closest to
For
the
sure.
cemetery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Money's not everything. You know what I'm saying?
Time
Like,
catches us. Time catches us all.
youth is wasted on the youth, on the young. When you're
Yeah.
young, you don't realize the greatest richness in life is time.
Yeah.
Time, you know, and good time. Because even if, as you get older, the time gets worse. You get weaker, you get more tired, things hurt.
Right.
In my 20s, bro, I could plow through everything. Even if I'm like 30. Once I get to my 30s, things start hurting. You got to stretch, do some fucking yoga, eat some prunes. You know what I'm saying, though? You can't drink soda no more. I barely drink alcohol. You got to be careful, because or else it all depends, I guess. When you hit 30, remember those little books? That'd be a Batman book, but it'd be like, uh, you could go to page 7, 12, or 15. And whatever page you went to, the story would change. Remember that or no? You remember that or no?
Uh.
Basically, a book, you would start reading a book, and it would say, if you want Batman to fight the Penguin, go to this page. Or the Joker,
Oh,
go to
like
this
the
page.
choose your own adventure. Yeah.
Right. That's life. You get to 30, it's like, do you want to die at 40? Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
like to make it to 50? All right. Cut back on a little bit. Or do you want to make it to 70? You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, do you want to end up in prison? Fucking.
Yeah, definitely got to fucking find time to reel it in, dude. You can't be cutting loose.
Right, unless that's the way you want to go out. All the guys I
Right.
know that died young, I said, hey man, you know what? God bless. They did what they want to do. You want to drink 12 beers and 18 beers a night,
Yeah.
and you're 30, from your 20 to your 40 years old, it's gonna catch up. You can't drink
Yep.
24 beers a night in your
Fuck
30s and
no.
40s. You'll die real quick. That's a lot.
The
That,
hangovers, the fucking hangovers, and so I'll still cut loose once in a while, but
yeah,
like when I got the 1 year old and a 2 year old, and
yeah,
you want to talk about a fucking miserable day, and
yeah,
you don't take it out on the kids, you did it to yourself, right? But hearing them running around and screaming and yelling and getting into stuff, and you're just like head is pound. It is the most miserable hangover you've ever had in your life. You're like, yeah, I think I'm gonna reel this in a bit. I'm not gonna
yeah,
be drinking like that very much because
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
having kids running around, like, yeah, time to prioritize for sure.
Dude, I remember my drinking days. I wouldn't get sober at work till about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't miss that shit at all. I
No,
don't miss that shit at all. I
no,
don't miss it. I don't miss it. I'm 40 years old. I don't fucking miss it. I'm good.
it's a sloppy fucking way to live, man. I did the same shit. I would do that, and I would drink on the job. This is back when I was doing under the table
Yeah.
construction. Actually, I talked about it a little bit last night. That finished carpentry shit. They were just pushing me and pushing me. It's like I'm gonna fucking relax here. I'll be a shitbag too. Fuck it. You don't want to treat me like shit. I'll be a fucking shitbag.
It is what it is. I mean, sometimes, like, I get it. There's times where you need the alcohol just to get through, and I get that. But every day, all day, it catches up quick.
Oh yeah, like
Oh
you.
god.
I know you got your saying. I know you got your saying. You drink like you're in your 20s and your 30s. You'll die in your 40s. Like that's very true. And if not your 40s, definitely your 50s.
Mhm.
Like yeah, and
Yeah.
that's young. Dying in your
Yeah.
50s is young.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. It is what it is. Um. What? What do you like a deck right there?
Yeah, yeah. Just chilling on a little deck. There's a
That's
hummingbird
nice. You
feeder.
got that in case it rains. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Fucking
all YouTube technology. I don't know how the hell this shit works. Last night that was some crazy shit, man. With the other guy's thing coming in. You remember that or no?
which part?
Last night, maybe you missed it. In the beginning, I was doing the live, and for some reason, the what do you call it? Another guy's YouTube channel, his audio was in the live.
What the fuck?
The guy Cigar Sherpa.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's like operating on fucking radio type shit. That
It,
shouldn't.
and it was on loop. It was on loop. And the crazy thing he was talking about the cigar I just reviewed, which was the J.C.
That's
Newman
crazy.
Julius Caesar.
Yeah, the
That's some
season.
like fourth dimension matrix.
Yeah, dude.
I actually had to shut the live down. That's why last night there was two parts.
Ah, yeah. I was getting all settled in by the time I got to my little spot and got my cigar lit up. I was watching and Sako was on.
Yeah,
I must have missed that
yeah.
first bit.
Sako's probably out to dinner right now. Mhm. Yep. But I'll tell you what, man. Anyone thinking about buying a box of this, I'd recommend it. It's gonna cost money though, but for like a
Right.
celebratory cigar, it's if you love the anejo, it's right there with the anejo.
Hmm.
Similar kind of profile, but this is Lancero. This is an 888. I've never had the anejo in a Lancero size, but they're kind of close. I mean, this is just a little bigger, probably what 44, 40, nah, 46. Because this is 42. So, but that is the difference, though. 42 is really small.
Yeah. When you start getting under like 44, it just, I think I talked about it last night. Maybe not. There's like a point where you want it to be substantial enough in your finger. You know, you start doing the dainty little, like
Right.
you feel like you're just smoking a damn cigarette. Like I like 38 on the
Right.
Pequeño. 38 is a good number. That's what the red dot, the larger
But that's a
red
little
dot
stick
Pequeño.
though. So you're saying you're not crazy about like full. This is the Churchill size in a sense, but like you're not crazy about like a 7x42.
Right, right. Like in a real cigar size, like I like my Coronas to be like 45,
Right. Right.
45, 46.
Right.
And then we started talking about the Goldilocks zone of 48. Like I prefer 48 in anything, but 50's kind of what everyone produces their shit in, and 50's fine. 50's
Right.
cool. But 48, it seems like every 48's just been like kind of perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll agree that certain blends aren't always better than Lancero, but at the same time, Lanceros can be really nice if it's done well. The main thing is the draw. This draw is going perfect. If you have a Lancero and it's just such a tight draw, or it keeps going out, or you have to like keep on puffing it so it doesn't go out, that's not relaxing. You know what I'm saying though? But he's saying, yeah, they're going up to $40 a stick. Of course, anytime something's new and people like it, it's you're gonna see gouging. You're gonna see
Yep.
gouging. So it is what it
The market will fucking adjust for sure.
is. You like the small acid. Well, if you're just getting into the cigars, like that's definitely a good place to start. Because they're not strong. And it is what it is. I mean, my first cigars were acid. Of course, as you progress and you get to higher level cigars, and strength and everything else and quality, then is what it is. But I think I remember the first time smoking a acid, I was like, oh, this is great. And then I started smoking like Cohiba
Nice.
Monte Cristo. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stick with Cohiba. And but you know, I think when you're just getting into cigars or something, or you're in a cave, most people are the dabbling. They might have
Right.
one cigar a year or a few times a year. They go to a wedding or something like that, and they have a little cigar, and yeah. Well, they're infused. They're infused. So for if you're just getting into it and you really don't smoke cigars, it is what it is. As you progress, and if you're hanging out in a lounge, uh, generally people aren't smoking them on a regular basis. Um, I feel like those kind of cigars are like gateway cigars. You know what I'm saying though? Like for newbies, like it's like a gateway. But I've never been a guy that's like smoking cigars 30 years and like smoking acid every day. So it's an
Oh
entry
fuck!
smoke. What's going on?
I just shit falling on me. That's the not great thing. A little fucking debris, winter debris and shit.
I'm gonna drop that because it's a Lancero,
Yep, I
and I
always
don't
did the
expect
same.
not even play with that.
But
So what happened?
I was just gonna talk to whatever Goody said. He said something about if he has to smoke an infused cigar, it's the tobacco red eye that isn't terrible, has no sweetened cap. I I've actually heard that the tobacco line for an infused line is pretty good. Only ones I ever fucking fucked with was the coffee bullshit from Nub, and it was okay. And it's just too fucking sweet, dude. It's
Yeah,
too sweet.
yeah,
I'm sweet enough, motherfuckers.
yeah. She said she missed the lounge. She's going back to someone I know from back in New York back in the day. Like, dude, that lounge. That's that crazy lounge she's talking about back in New York. That lounge was across the street from the fucking train station and was an absolute shit show. That was the craziest fucking place, the craziest place on earth. I have never seen. If they made a TV show about that lounge, nobody would believe it. Like, because I was hanging out there after my divorce. Like, dude, I was there a lot. I was there a lot. Like, there was a period where I was on
Sometimes you
unemployment.
need those places of debauchery, man. Like
Well,
bring you back
it
down to
fit
earth a
my
little bit.
timing in my life because when I first got there, it was like I was on unemployment because I lost my job
Oof.
and like economy was bad, so I was there for a few months, like every day, like all day. Then I went back to work, but I would go be there right after work. I'd be there after work until close, like every day, unless I had my kid. So I'd be there like from like 4 o'clock to like 10 o'clock at night, just fucking it up. And so the amount of shenanigans and characters
Yeah.
was unbelievable. I mean, I don't want to go into all of it, but for legal reasons.
Right,
But
right.
but I can't believe it happened. Did you ever look back in your life and you're like, I can't believe that really happened, and like
There's a
nobody got in
couple.
trouble? Like, you know, yeah. Oh, the train station there. Well, Ronkonkoma was not the worst, but at the same time, it's not great. Ronkonkoma train station. How are the train stations by you? Like, is there a lot of like you can take the train and then go into Seattle? Are those dangerous or no? Or there's no trains?
Well, we got the new thing called light rail, right? And so the I'm pretty sure the play on that is it's above ground and runs on its own like fucking track and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's actually currently being overrun by fucking fentanyl addicts and crack smokers and
That's
it was
nice.
like
That's nice.
yeah, it was advertised as like, oh, the new safe way to travel. Okay, I get it. You know, it's dangerous to drive a car. And there's, like whatever it is, 17 people die every day. Or what about getting like robbed or jacked and stabbed with a syringe on the fucking light rail? Like, it's not the safest way to travel anymore. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And
No,
dude, I don't want to say too loud because of all the fucking neighbors, but I'm pretty sure our government, our local state government, is robbing the fuck out of us to fund this thing, and they've been building it for years and years. It's not even close to done. They keep extending it, and it's been billions and billions of dollars. Fucking whack. I've never even used it once.
that is what it is. Geo just sent me a picture. If you guys saw, Geo is going to be sending me a box. I think he's sending me an empty box with some cigar wrappers. Yeah. I already
What,
talked about that.
Kim? Yeah,
The blue lights.
yeah.
They're putting blue lights in bathrooms so you can't do heroin. It's fucking
Uh,
real.
well, that and then they got like the flashing blue lights. Have you guys seen that shit at like your local Lowe's or the Home
No.
Depots or Walmarts? And it's so funny. It's like a deterrent to what, like meth heads. They think it's kind of the police, and they're like, "Oh shit, there's blinking blue lights. I'm not going over
Oh,
there."
I didn't see that.
It's so fucking weird, dude. They're on these like little towers with a generator and a little solar fucking panel and all that shit. And it's just like a a small portable light post with a flashing blue light on it, and they park them
uh,
in the like the Lowe's parking lot. Maybe there's
uh,
a camera on them. I don't know,
oh no,
but
yes, no. Oh, okay, in the park lots, yeah, those cameras. Those are cameras, and those are for generally speaking, those are police department. That
mm,
those are put in areas where there's high crime and lots of car thefts, carjackings,
nice.
maybe kidnappings, maybe murders, maybe shootings. Um, they had him over here, and then they took him away. They had him here for a while. I'm not sure why they took him away. I guess the cops are like, well, basically, it's a live feed for the police,
Mm,
and with the flashing lights. That way, if you did anything stupid, they already got the evidence.
right,
Which I mean, I guess basically the detectives now have to do something. But no,
right.
that's
Yeah, I was
too.
talking about something
Yeah,
different. Right,
yeah.
right.
No, yeah, that's I already talked about. Yeah, no, in the bathrooms they got blue lights now, so you can't see your vein. But that's okay because you'll probably have the heroin addicts put on red sunglasses, and then they can see.
Right.
They got those
Yeah.
three. They got the 3D glasses, and they just use the one eye. Like
Got him. Fucking got him.
dude,
You're not gonna
dude, you're not gonna
stop me.
outsmart drug addicts. Heroin addicts are like,
No.
I got it.
Credit
Like,
to them, man. Credit to fucking tweakers and shit, dude. They are some of the most fucking clever. And that's why I've said for years, like, if they were to just put half of the effort that they do into being a piece of shit into being a positive person, man, they'd be successful at
yeah,
anything.
dude,
Um,
this guy. When I took the train in Deer Park to go to JFK, um, he was just chilling, and I was just talking to him. And then before, as I realized I was talking to him, I realized he was homeless, but he wasn't like acting like a bum. And he's like, "Yeah, man, you could charge your phone over here." And but it was just like, okay, he goes in there. It was like a indoor spot. Like they actually had chairs. Like it was an indoor. He knew where he could hang out, stay away from the cold, charge his phone, relax all day. No one's gonna bother him. He wasn't, and he was. I gave him $2. He didn't even ask me, but like he literally wasn't bothering nobody. So he knew his role. He just had a safe place to hang out. But then his girlfriend, and he had a girlfriend. And he was talking to me. He's like, yeah, because before I knew he was homeless, I was talking about the cost of living, apartments and houses. He's like, yeah, tell me about it, brother. He goes, I got a tent right over here. You know, and I was just like, oh shoot. Like, I had no idea he lived in a tent. You know, and then after that, I felt bad. He's like, yeah, I got a tent right over here. Like that's not housing, but whatever. And
Tents are for camping.
exactly. And his girlfriend came in, and she's like, "Oh, I found some bread." Like she came in. She just came in, and she's like, "I found some bread." And she gave him the bread. He's like, oh, "All right." And I was just like, "Oh, that's
All right.
all right. We got bread tonight."
Like fucking Tommy John. All right, man.
Dude, I gave him like $10. I felt bad. Like, yo, here you go, man. He's like, "Oh, God bless you, sir." I fucking felt so bad, man. He's like,
Yeah.
but I mean, think about it. Like, it's almost like with the lions, they sent the female out to hunt, and he was holding down the fort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And she came in, she's like, "I got some bread." You know. I got a hyena. All right.
Oh shit. That's a good comparison right there. I like
It's
that
exactly what I saw happen, man.
one.
Law of the
Yeah.
jungle. You know what I'm saying? And people say that ain't right, but guess what? They know why that happens? Because the male lion's saving all of his energy to fuck, to get more lions,
Yep.
and to protect if another male lion comes in,
For
because
the
then now he's
throwdown.
gonna go fight or die. You know what I'm saying? No. The fucked up thing is, if that male lion dies, now the one that wins becomes her male lion.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, it's, basically they're fighting over the choach.
If that's the biggest fight in years, dude, I haven't even heard of Gervonta Davis or Ryan Garcia. I'm not big on boxing. I enjoy bare knuckle lately.
Yeah, that's big. Knuckle and slapping. And did you see they have pillow UFC?
Oh God.
Yeah, like full contact pillow fight.
Okay. It's like, if you want any more evidence of society becoming softer and softer, just look at these new sports like pillow fighting and slap boxing.
Yeah.
I made a joke the other day. I was like, what's next? Like the grumpy face battle? Like, I'm gonna make a meaner face than you.
Honestly, I think
I tap out. That was scary.
Adult like sports, like jerk off competitions, you know. In the right corner, we got the right hander, and in the left corner, right? And like, all right, shake hands. No, you shake hands before you start shake hands. All right.
Right. Get that out of the way first.
Get that out of the way. There's no shaking hands afterwards. All right, round one, go. It's like,
Now is it like a drag race kind of a thing?
No. I think guys would just see how fast they can to beat off, or
yeah.
But at the same time, though, also it could be how many times, and or like a
Oh,
style, who could do it the longest without finishing.
Gotcha. Multiple divisions. I think that.
Well, that one though, because then
you could.
That one they'd have to have somebody doing it to you, so that way you could.
Right.
You know
right. That makes sense. Because you could be.
I'm not even joking. I think they have that in Japan already. I thought I saw a video on that.
Damn.
You don't see it.
Tryouts.
But the guy's standing there and he's just like, I think that's serious. Japanese are sick.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
They don't get. You know what's crazy is they don't get the blame for it. Like the Germans get the fucking. Germans get the poop, the scheitze. Like they kind of get. They get kind of branded with that. But you're right, dude. Japanese stuff is pretty fucking. They don't get the branding of the sexual deviant like other people's.
Isn't it just funny how like those two societies though after World War II, like they like it's just like Japanese are like, all right, we'll make cartoons now and video games and efficient vehicles. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's all right. I guess after you get nuked twice, you really apologize, He said, Josh said, I got the fight on the lounge, on the chicken TV dinner. EP Carrillo. He's having a great time. He's watching a fight. He's got the channel on.
Man.
He got chicken dinner. Oh man, he's got a cigar. My missus made me take it. I just got some water here.
We did corned beef and cabbage, a little Irish dinner.
Nice.
It's fucking delicious. I could eat that shit a lot.
Corned beef's good. Honestly, I don't think corned beef would. If I recall correctly, like it's pretty efficient. Like it's not like as much as steak per pound. Like what is the price of corned beef? If you got a good price?
It's going up.
Is it going up?
Oh yeah, it's definitely going up because it's a brisket, and
Oh,
yeah, so brisket. That was one of the first big meats to really fucking pop on inflation because you got to cook the shit for hours and hours. It's not really a good cut of meat, so now it can be turned into something delicious. It takes 5 hours of boiling this shit in the water, but yeah, dude, I love it. And you get the grain structure, and I mean, you can just pull it apart with your fucking hands.
no, I like brisket. I like corned beef, but like I said, it has to be done right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do liver sack. That
No,
explains everything about sack. Now I get it.
yeah. Let's.
Liver. Ah, good, dude.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, cow eyeballs are great.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to sound like a fucking supremacist of any kind, but like I don't even like eating the back. I joke. I say the ass half of the cow. I don't like eating from the back of the cow, dude. You're
Yeah.
talking about eating the guts of a fucking cow. Like,
Oh, dude,
yeah,
you could buy tongues. You could buy.
yeah, no,
You ever see
I'm
people
cool.
buy?
I've heard tongue is pretty fucking good though. I've heard
I
tongue is actually
can't.
no,
I can't. I
yeah,
can't.
I've heard it. I've heard it's good. But then again,
I,
I've heard all kinds of fucked up shit is
no,
good.
I can't do that, and I can't do. Do you ever hear the one with the stomach lining or something like that? What is that called?
Yeah,
That's big like
uh,
Hispanic community. What is it,
yeah,
menudo? I
yeah.
can't do that. Stomach
Mm-mm.
lining, no. Stomachs, no. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
chorizo. I can't
Yeah,
fuck with chorizo.
no.
Like that's got.
And
I think it's like crushed lung tissue or
he
something in there.
said beef cheeks. Beef cheeks.
Beef cheeks. That sounds like a themed dinner at fucking Chippendales or
Tripe.
something.
You're talking about tripe. I can't do
Tripe.
tripe.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
I can't do the chicken feet. Do you ever see people just like
Nope.
boil the chicken feet? Nope.
Nope. Nope.
No, I can't do that. Nope, can't
Nope.
do that.
I keep it pretty fucking vanilla, man. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie. Chuck
yeah.
roast, strip,
Who's texting?
ribeye.
Date in your life? Like Gio's like, I'm in the bathroom right now. I hate this
Thanks for
place.
sharing.
I
Got a good
hate.
flow going?
Um, bro, this is a great cigar. Uh, I would say realistically, it's a solid 4.8. Like that's a
Oh
fantastic
wow.
cigar. Like so, like if you like the anejo, this goes exactly with the anejo. Um, but remember, this is a skinnier size. If this was bigger, like the size I'm going to smoke tonight, it would be a little weaker. So I
I get a
mean,
little lost on Davidoff names, man. They're kind of they and no insult here, but they kind of got the Fuente thing fucking up where it's like you got too many names, too many unique, weird, just like
I agree with you on that. You have to look at the website though; they break it down actually to categories and strength. So look up. I put a picture in our thing, so it actually shows I think 5 different categories
oh, I
and
did see that. I did see
from the
that.
to the strongest. Does that make any sense?
Right, yeah, yeah.
And it looked like yeah. So, anyways, I'll send it again or whatever. So at least that way you can see because and within each one of those is different cigars, but it's like categories, kind of like
Oh,
if you
but I'm just talking about for like a branding thing.
yeah.
Like you could, I don't know, change it up or something. Like
But
fucking Fuente, dude. They got the Grand Reserva, which is the green band shit, but there's like all the curly head shit falls under there, and the queen bee shit falls under there, and it's kind of I don't want to say lazy, just not very well thought out.
there's a lot with Fuente from. It's easy from Hemingway up. The
Right?
Fuente you want to smoke are easy.
Yeah.
Hemingway, Don Carlos, Anejos, and Opuses. Like it's no matter what within that category, you're like, oh, it's the Hemingway this, or it's the Anejo this, or the
Right.
Opus. Okay, like so, you're like yeah, I'll smoke it. Um, when you go down from there, there's very few I like. I really don't like. I don't waste my time. The Cuban Corona.
858, 858's a winner. I like that 858.
I think I'd have to have that again. I don't remember the 858. I remember the Cuban. Is it Cuban Corona on under that or no?
I think it's right. So that's what I was getting into. It's like a fucking line of like 20 different cigars, and I think the Cuban Corona is technically a Grand Reserva with the red and green band.
Right. So when it comes to the cheaper Fuentes, though, I think I only like the Maduros, though. Like the Cuba Corona Maduro. I like. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if they have Cuba Corona natural. I've only had the Cuba Corona Maduro, and I actually did like that. I actually did enjoy that.
the 858. I like both because one's the Cameroon and one's the Maduro. I think Jeremy said there's a sun grown. I haven't had it, but if you want like an even cheaper kind of Hemingway type experience with the Cameroon, the 858 natural is pretty fucking solid, dude. It is.
When you say natural, is that like a shade grown or Cameroon?
Cameroon. I
Okay.
don't think there's an 858 shade.
Because when you go to the regular one, like the Chateau Fuente, like the cheaper ones, it'll just say like the natural would be a shade grown. Like the cheaper stuff, I don't see Cameroon for the most part. You see like sun grown, natural,
Right.
shade. Uh, but very rarely do I see cheaper Maduros. I'm not saying they don't make them, but a lot of shops don't carry them. Um, the biggest ones I see is like those. They'll either be Robusto or really big, the cheaper ones. I don't know what you call those. They come in the white and black box, like the paper box,
Yep.
like
Yep.
the cheaper Fuente box.
Yeah.
The cheaper Fuente boxes look like old school Cuban boxes.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
kind of cool.
the basic rectangular shape, like paper over, like maybe cedar, like a wood, like a really,
Yeah, a
you know,
little sleep. Yeah, it's just like a little
yeah,
veneer.
yeah, yeah. It kind of almost looks like the old school Romeo Reserve Real boxes. Same kind of a box.
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
still got a couple. I saved the boxes from the cigars I handed out for my kids when they were born. I just bought the Fuente. It's a boy, it's a girl to
yeah,
hand out to people, motherfuckers I didn't know, or
yeah, whatever.
just
And
hey,
that's fine.
fucking hey, I just had a kid. Fuck, here you go, here you go.
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah,
that actually like gave a shit to
yeah,
hang out with, I bought them something nice or took them
yeah.
to
So
the lounge with me and.
rite of passage. You're not gonna be handing out Alma Fortes.
Hmm. Exactly.
No,
Just something that says it's a boy on it. It's a cigar. If they throw it in their dresser for 30 years and they
I'm
open
glad
the
you.
dresser.
Now Fuente's got to update that to it's a boy, it's a girl, or
Oh no.
it, it has it. Did you assume?
Right. Did you?
Assume. Why would
Yeah.
you appreciate the patriarchy? Did you assume that he wants to be? It's just a guy like this. Hey, do you have this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Or a fucking doctor, a doctor like.
yeah, yeah. Well, I just love how in that one area there's no absolutes, right? But if what's your blood type? Oh, you better know. What's your
Oh
last four?
right.
What's your social? That absolute. But if you got a dick, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh god, there
I
was a
don't
good one the other day.
know.
If you're driving in the carpool lane by yourself, your chair identifies as a person. Like there's somebody sitting there. Fuck.
How about this? You could be fucking bipolar. Bye.
Yeah. I'm on both sides, motherfucker.
Why'd
Two.
you Why'd you pull me over? I don't know why you pulled me over. Geez, you want don't give me your license. Like you're talking to yourself, right?
Oh fuck.
Like you're like, why do you want my license, officer? Why do you want the light? Why are you stressing me out? I'm stressing me out. We are getting tired of this shit.
Give me your badge number.
Imagine like a cop shooting a guy and the guy's running at him with like three people. A cop shot three people. Imagine a triple homicide. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Leave me alone. Just fucking
Blam blam.
dude.
Triple
I want
homicide.
that next for like in the bad neighborhoods. People wearing like a fucking like a what do you call it? A puppet drive by. Like he's got a Glock. He's like, "Fuck you, fuck you."
I didn't do it. Elmo did it.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, drive by me, Elmo.
Yeah.
Tickle this motherfucker, dude. That'd be some crazy shit, man. It's gonna happen now that I said that.
Well, yeah. You what's the fucking what's the word for that?
Put it out in the universe.
Yeah, you put it out there. Made it
Fuck
come it's gonna come to fruition. That's still not the word.
yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. Mankind from Mr. Sacco. Have a nice
Yeah,
day.
dude. Hell yeah. Mankind was the shit. That dude
Yeah,
was crazy.
Dude,
Crack
honestly,
a jack, bang bang.
I was walking down a dark alley at nighttime, and a grown man was just talking to a puppet or talking to me, like, bro, you don't want to get into a fist fight with a guy with a puppet.
No, because you're gonna get AIDS or some
That,
some kind of bloodborne pathogen for sure.
yeah, yeah, fuck it. Well, he's been, you don't know where that puppet's been. He's been pissing on it, and
Keystering it.
yeah. No,
You don't pay me enough to do this. Shut up.
you said it was the last time. Just some fucked up shit, man. Just that is what it is. Nobody cares, you know.
Yeah.
Is what it is. But yeah, you know what's funny? This thing was going really slow, and now I feel like it started picking up in speed. I don't know why. Uh,
I'm not
maybe
saying like
because
an overly soft spot, but maybe just a fucking fraction of a soft spot kind of a thing where the tip
I
of the
don't know.
leaf ended.
Or I could have started really smoking it fast. Because let me tell you something. With Lanceros, if you puff on them at a regular pace like Robusto, it will burn fast because it's not much there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could smoke it like a cigarette. You could just if you keep on puffing on this thing, I could have done this whole thing in 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Though if I
Yeah.
really smoked it fast, so I'm trying to pace myself. It is delicious. It is great. If you like the
Good.
Liga Number 9, if you like those kind of cigars, you know, lots of chocolate, good amount of black pepper, some earth, and I mean rich, decadent, like high-end chocolate kind of flavor, you know? Because it's easy when you say notes to think that if two cigars have the same notes, they're all the same. But that's not the case, though. So. But
I
yeah,
get it.
no, it's a world-class cigar. It's a box
Good.
worthy.
Good.
Um, $30 is going to be steep. So I mean, I get it. Do you have to smoke it? No. Um, could I smoke the Anejo for my guy? I could buy this cigar for like $17. Is it just as good? I'd say yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and that comes the point of diminished returns, you know. But is it still worth trying? Yeah. And
Yeah.
if you want to, you know, hey, look, people spend more money on stupider things. So if you want to do it, yeah, do it. You know. Is it better than Dominicana? Yes. Yeah, it's better than Dominicana. But it costs more than Dominicana, and it's smaller. So it's if you think about it, you're paying $30 for Lancero. That's not cheap. $30 for Lancero is like I would equate full size Lancero to like a Robusto 5 by versus 5 by 42. You know, uh, so it's a lot. Like $30 for Robusto is not cheap. So you know, like I said, if you're celebrating or whatever, if it's a good week, hit some
Yeah.
lotto, whatever.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, but some people would say, you know what? I don't go out to eat a lot. If you went out to eat one night, you could spend $30 real easy, right?
Easy. Yeah.
Easy. So you could have stayed home and ate macaroni and then smoked this night, right? I mean, you get what I'm saying though. So I mean,
Right.
you know, I know guys from a gun store that they just work at the gun store 40 hours. I have all so many guns. You know what I eat? Because I only eat water and fucking the 25-cent soups. What are those?
Oh,
The
just
ramen
like the
noodles.
fucking yeah, just like the yeah, yeah.
He goes, that's all I eat. He goes, that's all I eat. The guy has suppressors, fully automatics. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I mean, it costs a lot of money, man.
That
Like his
shit'll
right.
shave fucking. That'll shave your life down, dude. I'm not a
Well,
fucking
no, the guy's
dietary.
not in health either. I'm not saying this is a smart guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I'm saying is though, like every one of his rifles is 5 Gs because it's like select fire. It's
Right.
silent. It's threaded and silenced. You know, it's folding stock. It's got
Yeah.
lasers. It's got scopes. And I mean, like, dude, the guy has like night
He's got
vision.
the he's got the good toys. He's got
Dude,
the
he's
best
got like
toys.
$3,000 scopes on like a
Yeah.
$3,000 rifle with like a $2,000 suppressor. You know what I'm saying though? And like, like fuck, man. Like, and I get it. He doesn't have any kids, and he eats ramen noodles. So I mean, it is
Right.
what you know. What I'm
Yeah, that
saying though.
shit, man. People don't know how bad that shit is for you. That shit's fucking. That's heart attack shit, dude.
Oh, that's colon cancer.
Yeah,
The
that too.
real ramen noodle at a Korean restaurant. The
No, I'm just talking about the flavor packet, the sodium, and all that. Fuck.
no, but
Dude,
the pasta, not pasta. It's basically plastic.
ugh.
The ramen noodle pasta, the cheap ones. Now, if you get like the like sometimes I'll have it at work, but they have their true ones made in Japan,
like a
then I know,
yakisoba.
okay, well, then I know, well, it's edible. You know what I'm saying? Though, but if you get like the cheap ones in the store for like 18 cents, you know, dude, dude, that,
Motherfucker, they used to be 10 cents. I remember 10 for a buck. Fuck.
I remember, well, it's just plastic. Literally, the
Right.
styrofoam cup. You could eat the styrofoam cup. It probably have more nutrient for you. Yeah, dude, your body can't even like break that shit down. I saw a thing on it, like your body barely breaks that shit down. Like
Yeah.
those noodles and those
There's a study out there saying that the human body's fucking getting filled with microplastics. I forget who said that in the chat. Somebody brought up the
yeah, it's
microplastics.
basically if you drink water bottles constantly, they were
Yeah.
saying that like basically you're I think you're eating a credit card a month of plastic.
Oh my god. That's fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah. I think people are getting better about it though, because now a lot of people you see them carrying like the big metal jug and they always fill it themselves and
Yeah.
that. But
Well, that fucking tap water, dude. Our tap water is so hard; it tastes fucking nasty. I don't even drink it.
you got to filter that shit, man. I
Yeah.
got the home, man, but I get that. I mean, it's like you're right. So it's like no matter what you do, they're trying to kill you. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Though.
there's a word, there's a little word thing out there, a little quote, and I'll say it. If you know where it's from, you know where it's from. If not, maybe you learn something new. But it's called "Silent Weapons for Silent Wars," and that's the shit that we're living in right now. Where it's like, yeah, you're not getting blasted by a gun,
Yeah.
but you're gonna eat yourself to death. And I'm not saying by eating fucking Twinkies. I'm saying by the microplastics and the fucking
But even if you're eating
all the
fruits and vegetables, you'll lose weight and you'll be better. But most of the fruits and vegetables are covered in pesticides. So now you'll be skinnier because you eat fruits and vegetables, but you'll get cancer. You know what I'm saying? Though, like everything is treated with chemicals. Everything's treated with pesticides. There's even this. Nobody takes no consideration. Let's say your dishwasher, right? Are you assuming when you wash those dishes, there's no chemicals left on those dishes?
right.
Saying though, like, did you ever think about that?
Yeah. Or what about the good quality soaps? People out there
Oh,
taking that body wash shit and just
oh,
scrubbing it deep into their skin. And my
yeah.
wife, love her to death, been together 17 fucking years. When she gets out of the shower, dude, she takes fucking lotion and rubs her whole fucking body down with this fucking lotion.
Look at the
And
ingredients. Look at the ingredients.
it pisses me off. I get it. You want to smell pretty and your skin be soft and smooth and shit, but at the same time, like, what are you fucking rubbing into your skin, dude?
Well, most of those have high metal content. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Though. I get it, man. So it's lotion, and then makeup girls wear. A lot of the makeup has so much
Yeah.
chemical. You know what I'm saying? Though,
I'm
but nobody
grateful
cares.
my wife doesn't do a lot of that. She'll just do a little mascara, and that's kind of about it, dude.
Yeah, I cut myself down. I only wear lipstick and mascara.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Are you saying,
A man in
you,
his Maybelline.
dude? You don't put lipstick on your bunghole. You know,
And a wink in the mirror, a little wink,
yeah.
wink.
Oh my god. Oh, stuff of nightmares.
Oh,
Nobody.
dude, there's some fucking Buffalo Bill nasty motherfuckers out there for sure, dude.
Oh, dude, check this story out. And I think this was an act of God yesterday happened in Denver. And I don't think I don't wish homelessness on no one. And there's some like good homeless people that just end up doing drugs and they're fucked up. Okay, but they're not bothering no, but they're not trying to
Right.
steal. They might like steal something
Just some hard times, bad life
left like
choices.
if you left like a tool in your truck bed, but they're not trying to kill no one. They're just like scavengers. But then there's homeless people that are fucking like crazy and violent.
Yeah.
Yesterday over here on the highway on I-25 coming from Denver, some guy was drunk in his car and he got cut off or something happened. He avoided an accident, so he ended up driving like on the side of the road. But there was a homeless guy in his fucking tent, and
Oh
he
fuck.
the tent. He just fucking it's just tents of a
Ah,
camp, motherfucker. So obviously the guy was
ah,
dead on impact. You know, what I'm saying though, like 80
dude.
miles an hour. 80 miles an hour versus a sleeping homeless man in the tent. You know, so the thing is, the guy now is going to go to jail for manslaughter and DWI, and that homeless guy got wiped out. But I'm hoping it was a bad one. You know what I'm saying though? Like
Right,
maybe that was the guy throwing
right.
rocks. You know what I'm saying though? I don't know.
Dude, there was a story fucking this is like 30 years ago of those like tractors. they'll have like a big ass arm, and there's like a fucking like a grinder. So like they'll drive down the highways and
Yes.
they'll knock down the brush, and it has this giant arm on the side, dude. Homeless fucking camp. I think it fucking killed like 2 people. Ground their ass up, dude. Fucking gnarly,
Yeah,
gnarly
but
shit.
you're not supposed to live on the highway.
Nope. Yeah. And how fucked up were you that you didn't hear that coming?
Dude,
That
they had a rough day, man.
uh, this is pre-fentanyl, so it had to
Yeah,
been fucking heroin or
meth.
whatever. You just yeah. Well, meth they would have been up and out of them bushes in a fucking wink, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was fucked up.
yeah. That's some sick shit, man.
Hmm.
I don't have an answer for it, man. It is what it is. Who would park their tent on the side of a highway?
Well, easy access to the on ramp where they would beg and shit. You know
Yeah,
that was a big move here. Would be like right at the on ramp.
right. And if it gets really rainy, you can go back under the bridge. You know.
Hmm.
Um. Yeah, because those people, yeah, they're gonna use the roads all day, bag and everything. They got their territory.
Yeah,
No, but I'm telling you, majority of homeless people is a choice. They don't want to work. They just want to do
yeah,
drugs, and they're gonna beg for money. They get just enough money to, even let's say you collected $8, $10 a day. What do they? What? How much money do they need? Because people give them free food. You know.
yeah.
So it is what it is.
A lot of churches do good shit for fucking homeless people, man. You
But
know.
homeless people steal stuff at 7-Eleven and they don't call the cops. They just
Yeah,
say, "Could you?" Because the cops don't care you stole a bag of chips. In this
right,
day and age, nobody fucking cares.
right.
They're not coming because you stole a bottle of water chips. You know what I'm
If you're
saying? No.
legit, if you're stealing to provide fucking sustenance to yourself, like I don't think that's a problem. You know, I hate seeing this shoplifting shit. But when you go in and you're coming out with a TV
Mm.
and a fucking PlayStation, and it's just like, okay, well, you clearly have a house with power, and
Yeah.
you know, you're not
Yeah.
like you said, a bag of chips.
Not
Like,
just stealing a loaf of bread, man.
yeah,
They're stealing like blue taquitos. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, exactly.
like this specific. Get me the taquitos.
Yeah,
The
got to be
blue
the
ones.
taquitos, the
Dude, did you
flaming
see the
hots.
blue ones? I'm scared of that. They had
Oh,
those
that's
taquitos.
like you said earlier about the fucking ramen colon cancer. That's definitely fucking colon cancer. That,
Dude, chips, if chips are blue at this point,
dude,
holy shit.
dude,
Blue
this is gonna
Doritos.
be too much information, but if I have like a fucking blue Gatorade, I'm shitting green for the next like day. What
Yeah.
is that doing to
It,
people?
it's all food coloring, man.
Dude, it's not good.
Dude,
It's not good.
I just think these companies they just can't kill people fast enough. Like what now they have I saw ketchup Doritos and mustard Doritos. You see
Gross,
this?
dude. I
Ketchup
remember
and bro.
well back in the day there was the pickle. Remember that? That was a fad for a minute. It was like pickle lays. Or Ruffles, one of the two. One of the two, like basic, not a tortilla chip, but like a regular potato chip, and it was
No, I don't
pickle
remember
flavor.
that.
It's just like, nah. And
Yeah.
you talk to people who are like, they're good. They're good. Nah, dude, I'm cool.
Dude,
I'm cool.
they can make a Dorito and it can say taint. And people will buy it. It's taint flavor. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a bestseller in June when
Yeah.
it's, you know,
Yeah.
when
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Oh, oh,
special limited release for June.
oh.
Pride Month. Taint
Each
flavor.
chip each chip was handled by Steve Saka. You're like,
Infused.
in fact, it was on the last what was it? The what's those guys that do those stupid things on MTV back in the day? Like terrible.
Like punked.
No, they would do terrible things. They had
Oh,
a movie
Jackass.
Jackass. So
Yeah.
they had this 500-pound fat guy, and they like duct taped sushi in all of his fat rolls and his ass crack and his armpits, and they let it they put it in him all day, and they made him run around and do jumping jacks to get all sweaty and everything.
God,
And then like
dude.
Steve-O ate sushi out of his sweaty asshole, and he was puking on.
Dude, that's
I think into a hospital. He was just like, "Ugh!"
That's a man, dude. Steve-O. So I was a big fucking fan. I'm not gonna lie, I was a big fan of their stuff, and the CKY stuff was kind of their before they made it big. They kind of still did the same kind of shit, right? So Bam Margera actually was like the main fucking dude who started that shit. And so
Yeah.
just recently they did a like one of their the last movie was like Jackass Forever. I didn't give a fuck to watch it. But they didn't want Bam on it.
Mhm.
And Steve-O, he's got kind of got a big podcast now. He's like talking all this, like holier than thou shit. The man with no fucking morals at all that eats, ass cheese sushi is going to talk down to Bam Margera because he's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
He's struggling with drugs and alcohol and shit. But dude, you're fucking Steve-O who like sticks cars up his butt and fucking like
Dude,
you're gonna shit on your boy because he's having a hard time with fucking
all, they're
alcohol.
all the Jackass guys are demented, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're all. I get it. They did what they had to do to get their money, but they're all fucked up
Right.
guys.
Right.
They're all fucked up guys, man. I mean, they're fucked up guys. I
Oh
mean, they're sticking bottle rockets up their asshole. Just
yeah, tying them to their dicks and shit.
yeah,
Like, and it was cool back when it was like 2003, right? But
yeah.
then it
Well,
got really
guys, 20
popular.
years old. You're 50 years old now.
Well, this is where it got cringy, dude, and this is where I kind of was like, oh my god, Jackass kind of fucking corrupted society a bit. It was like you'd see a bunch of dad coaches at a softball game, and then one would kick the other one in the nuts, and they would all be like, "Oh, this is Jackass."
Yeah, it's called assault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. But it's like you started seeing it in The Office and fucking at the kids softball game, and you're like,
But that's the whole thing. See, TV, the programming that are on is all designed to destroy society. It's degenerate. It's degenerate. Like okay,
yeah,
now maybe back like you watch shows back in the 50s or 60s, it was just like the parents they raised the children, and if the children were did something wrong, they taught him why it was wrong, and he learned his lesson. You know what I'm saying? No, let's just say it
oh,
was a
shit.
old school TV show, and the kid stole a bubble gum, and the mother found out. The father get a beat. He's like, now you go back to that store, and you're gonna work there for the whole summer for free and learn you're not gonna say fuck it, but you're gonna learn your lesson, boy, And like so basically the kid learned his lesson not to steal. Now TV shows TV back in the 50s was to help make a good society. You know what I'm saying? It's not anymore. It's not
Right, Goody.
you know, yeah, yeah, no, it's everyone on TV now is a degenerate.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying though?
yeah. It's a
It,
funny word, influencer. It's a lot like programming.
yeah, yeah.
Isn't
Oh,
that
dude, but look
interesting?
at the 1,000 pound life. It's literally called my 1,000 pound life, or it would say my 1,000 pound family, and every one of the families like 800 pounds.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
and there's like a track record on that shit that like 50% of them fucking die in the year after the fucking show airs.
You can't be 800 pounds.
No, dude.
Fuck, maybe 500 pounds. Holy fuck!
Dude, there's guys, I'm close to 3, I'm about two and a
No, but
half.
you're a
Like,
full size fucking man, and that's a difference. Like you know what I'm
right.
saying? No, dude, you understand? Dude, you get to 6'5", 6'7", 800 pounds. What the fuck are you doing?
Hmm.
Nobody's that big muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest
No.
man I've ever seen. Now you're talking about pushing 400 pounds, and the guy's
Right.
tremendous.
Right.
But unless you're talking about Andre the Giant, who was 600 pounds,
That
but
was
that was
such a
a giant.
freak of nature.
He
Yeah.
was a giant. He was a
Yeah.
legitimate giant.
A legit
Uh,
giant.
yeah, but like, dude, you talk about a woman, a 700 pound woman. Holy
Dude,
fuck!
with the bone structure of a fucking sparrow.
Yeah, there's
You know what I'm saying?
basically
Hollow bones, fucking
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
woman's
No,
bone structure can't handle that kind of
but what I'm
weight,
saying,
dude.
but on the maximum side for a woman, like, and most of them be very overweight at 200 pounds, but
Yes.
300, 400 pound woman, come on. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
good.
Though? You know
No.
what I'm saying? Fucking 700 pound, 800 pound woman. And there's guys that would date these women. Oh, I love it.
They want to go to the carnival. Be in that fucking be with the freak show.
They put that B in the BBW.
Yeah.
He's talking about yeah. So the encore is the worst one. The EP Carrillo encore, I do not like.
I
I
feel like
don't.
that's the wrong word to use though. I won't say worse. It's a good
Well,
cigar. It's a cigar I just don't care for.
I do.
I could see how people would like it. I could even see how it got number one.
It's not bad
But
because I don't like the profile.
agreed,
I did it
agreed.
twice, and the profile's like why? And then you
Yeah,
go to the pledge or the allegiance or the Astoria, and you're like,
it's night and day.
yeah.
It's fucking night and day better.
Mhm.
But to say it's like worse just seems like the wrong. And I'm not sorry for seeming like trying to correct you because that
No, I don't. Well,
cigar
it's the worst one of the
of the main four. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree,
yeah.
100%.
If you said okay, put them in order, and it's not even like oh 1, 2, 3, and 4, but they're close. No,
Yeah.
I won't smoke the Encore ever again. I won't buy
Hmm.
it. I
Well, see,
won't
that's
buy
the
it.
thing. I got three, so I'm just like you. I've had two, and I've
Yeah,
been sitting on that third one because I have no fucking desire to smoke it. It's just been
there you go.
chilling in the humidor.
Unless you have a night where you're in a complete fucking night, and then maybe and you're
Yeah,
like, all right, come on, asshole, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, right. Exactly. That's exactly going to be it. It's going to be like, all right, motherfucker, come on, let's
You
get
know,
this
and it's
over
not
with.
quality tobacco or bad construction. I just don't like for
The
whatever
profile.
that profile is. Somebody out there likes it, but
Yeah,
honestly, it lost buzz. People still buy the pledge. People still buy the Astoria.
yeah,
Uh, the Allegiance, I think it's too new to say. You know, give it
yeah.
a couple. But
But I don't
the
think that's. I don't think that's. I'm just going to go out there. I don't think the Allegiance is buzzing as long as Pledge did.
no, no, it
Yeah,
can't.
so I think that's already kind of ticking.
You
It's a good
can't.
cigar though. I enjoy
You
it.
can't always make your best cigar. In my
Yeah,
opinion, the pledge they peaked because the Astoria
yeah,
came out before the pledge, right?
yep.
So the pledge they peaked as far as not only buzz, but like that was their most
Success.
popular
Yeah,
cigar. And
yeah.
you can't always uh, peak in a sense. And that's why you think about it, after Opus, they were smart. They didn't make something higher. They just made another version of Opus. And
Right,
Opus, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So that once you make
It's a
a cigar,
parallel. It's not a above or below.
yeah,
It's a fucking parallel too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and Geo, yeah, Geo, people do choose to be homeless. Not everyone, but for the most, and they had interviews with homeless people. They go, "Why would I want to go to work? I have food, I have a place to live. They get money from the city or the state. They get a lot of times they get free health care, dude. A
Well,
lot of the homeless
there's
people,
also people out there, and I forget the name. There's like it's a complex, dude. It's a self-destructive complex. Like they are afraid of being successful. It's a real fucking thing, dude. It's like they will actually shoot themselves in the foot, figuratively and literally, to not succeed at something because maybe the nerves or the fucking like. There's people out
it
there
could be
who,
trauma, but you don't need to know their life. And a lot of things could happen. But there's been people that came from good families that still want to be, that still end up becoming homeless. You know,
yeah,
I get it. There's got to be some perks. Waking up in the morning and doing whatever you want. I get that.
yeah,
I get that. It's like they're detached from society. Trust me. And most of us that go to work every day don't love the society we live in, but we do it when
right,
we can go home and wash your ass and have a cigar.
yep,
We're all lying to ourselves that we love our life. Most people don't love their life.
nope.
So I can respect the honesty of homeless people to say, you know what, this society sucks. Fuck it, I'm done with it. I can understand
Now
that,
that you put it that way, yeah, there's a little bit of
but I don't listen. If I chose to be homeless, I'd be in the woods fishing. I don't think you could be a homeless hunter, but I guess you could. If you're a homeless guy and you got a shotgun, I don't think they. I mean,
ooh, that's yeah. I don't
well,
know how well that.
the homeless people still have Second Amendment rights, unless you're a felon. Technically, they do,
I mean,
but you
I
get what
think
I'm
it's
saying.
frowned upon, yeah, dude, because you're kind of on the you're on the fucking what is it? You're like Skid Row, right? So you're living a very
In
desperate
my
life,
opinion, the only people that have constitutional rights are people that are paying taxes. I'm not saying that's the way it should be, but the police don't harass people that are working and paying taxes, right?
right?
But
Right.
homeless people, you could say even if you have no felonies, you could be like, "Yeah, I'm going hunting. I'm going deer hunting." It's like, oh, but you're homeless. Like it's somehow, even though it's an unwritten rule, society doesn't respect people that don't work. I hate to say,
I know fishing. Fishing is definitely something homeless people do. There's some spots around here where I would go, and it's just like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna
yeah, but
stand next to that.
where are they gonna cook it?
There's little hobo stoves. You make them out of
Yeah,
cans, like fucking Campbell's,
no,
fucking
but they
chunky.
got those little propane ones. They got the Colemans. You
Oh
could
yeah,
do,
oh yeah.
you
Shit, I
know.
got one of those
No, but
when we
there are
go
people.
camping.
Do you ever see these professional homeless people? Like they live out of their truck, And so
Oh yeah.
they have a job, but they literally live out their truck, and they're actually pretty happy. They
Dude, there's
want they don't
people on
want
YouTube. There's this fucking bitch on YouTube, and I posted a comment. She replied back like instantly. It was pretty funny. And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're really struggling." And she's in this fucking like, Mercedes actually has a van, right? Mercedes van. I'm
yeah
like, yeah,
van.
you're struggling so hard in a $80,000, $100,000 fucking van that you could
Well, I'll tell you
sell and
what,
put a
you could do that
down
if you
payment on a house.
$2,000 a month. That car payment could be 800. It's cheaper than rent.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that $100,000 van, that's fucking a down payment on a house. You're choosing to be
Oh yeah.
struggling. You're choosing to live in a van, which is
But
fine.
if
That's your
job,
that's
and
your
now you have to pay, let's say, a mortgage or property taxes and or
right.
rent.
But
Some people listen.
don't act like you're struggling. Don't sell
No, I
the
agree with that part. I agree with that part. But if you're a single guy, I can almost see because it used to be if you had a job, rent wasn't a problem. Rent 500,
dude.
$600.
If I was a
Now,
single fucking guy and I had my van that I have right now, I would be fucking living in it. There's the middle seats in my van are leather reclining seats, dude.
yeah,
There's a widescreen DVD player.
you join a YMCA, you got a shower, you got a
Yeah,
pool. You know what I'm saying? No, you could take 2 showers a day.
yeah, you can make it happen.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying though? And honestly, if you did that for like 10 years, then you could buy a house again. You could have a
Yep,
job, you could fucking save your money.
yep.
You know? Yeah, van down by the river, you know.
Mm.
It is what it is. But I'm
Let's see.
telling you, Gio said drugs. It is what it is. It is what it is.
My
Well, this
phone's
cigar,
about to die
I'm
here.
gonna get a solid 4.8. Delicious cigar.
Nice.
Definitely really enjoyed it. Um,
Hold up, I'm gonna
it's
do
worth it.
something
Definitely
here.
worth the money. But I'm gonna say also you could have other cigars that are maybe the $15 to $20 that are just as good. So I mean, it is a great cigar, but $30 is high for a Lancero. It is. So I mean, it is what it is. I'd say definitely try it once, and but you can have the Anejo, which in my opinion is just as good. But that's something for this to be as good as the Anejo. But then it's also
Okay.
still $10 more than the Anejo.
You're good, buddy.
It is what it is. What's going on?
Oh.
Oh, the kids are sleeping. Hello. Oh,
I'm trying to sleep. My dad's being a butthead. Can you say hi?
hello.
Say hi, buddy.
How you doing? Okay, make sure you're good for daddy, okay? He's like,
Say night
hey.
night. Night night.
Night night.
Love you,
Yeah.
buddy.
I wish I was a kid. Kids have the best life, little
Girl,
baby.
baby girl.
Hello.
Say hi. Night night, guys. Love you.
Yeah, kids, man.
Yeah, I've always wanted to kind of at least have them check in on the online at least once
Yeah,
on
yeah,
stream, but it's
yeah.
always so late that they're going to bed.
Kids
That's the little fam.
kids are great, man.
Man,
You
it's
know,
the best thing ever, man.
I look about when you're a kid, you want to grow up, and now I'm like, I wish I was a kid again.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
brought that up on
yeah.
the other chat where you just go like, "Fuck that fat baby guy." It's like he doesn't want any responsibility in life and just wants to be a fucking worthless piece of shit and play with
Well,
Legos. And it's like, well, no shit,
grow-
dude.
once you grow up, you can't be a kid. Just like when
No,
you're a kid, you can't be an adult. You're like, hey, you can't have a job. Why? You're 3 years old. You know what I'm saying?
right,
At the same time, you're like, hey, you got to go to work. Why? You're 30 years old.
right.
Why? 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 You're like, Dad. It's like you're 40 years old. Whatever. But
Thanks,
anyway,
Goody.
yeah,
Thanks, Anthony.
yeah,
You're the best thing I ever did, man.
yeah. Kids are great, man. Kids are great. Well,
I
they
know,
sleep all
I know. Mama
time.
did the hard work, but go ahead.
What time they wake up? 6, 7.
They're actually pretty damn good, man. 7:30, 8 o'clock, like every
Oh man,
every night.
this
Yeah, they sleep good, which is nice. The little girl, she's she's still waking up in the middle of the night kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you get her back down, you give her a bottle, get her back down, and she'll sleep in. They sleep
Yeah.
in, and I'm very thankful for that, man. Especially if I go to work and I get off at 2:30 in the morning,
Mm.
I tiptoe in the house, and that gives me 6 hours, five and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah,
That's enough to rejuvenate.
yeah, you gotta sleep. Gotta sleep. I'll sleep on Monday when I get my pillow.
Good. I'm happy that you're getting that situation figured out, man.
Dude, I stayed in bed till 11 o'clock today, and I slept I don't know how many hours, but it was a good sleep though. You know what I'm saying? Like
That
it,
sucks.
with that, I'm not getting into deep sleep. You know what I'm saying though?
Right.
But
The REM. That
yeah,
REM
but
sleep.
low then it keeps the pressure off my neck, but nobody cares. But on that
We
note, bro,
care.
I'm gonna bust the move, man. I'm
Cool.
gonna one for another night. I'm actually tired, man. I'm gonna fucking. I'm human, and nobody cares. It's
We
like
care, man. We care.
Richie, dude? I remember like when I first started live. Remember that one night we did 4 cigars? Holy
Yeah.
shit, bro,
Yeah. That
bro.
was like a fucking Jerry Lewis fucking all night marathon. Fucking yeah,
And that's
dude.
where remember I talked about doing like 24 hours straight, see if Richie
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh my
That
god.
that would be
I
brutal.
would I would take a shower break, a shit break. All right, clapping cheeks. I'll be right back. I gotta clap cheeks.
All right,
Come
hold
back
on.
a
Yeah.
moment later.
Intermission.
All right.
Do 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 do. Psh, 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 psh.
You hear in the
Psh,
background because
psh,
the windows open, you hear the cheeks clap.
psh. Yeah.
But honestly, man, this past month's been rough on Richie. I'm just so tired. But
Yeah.
next week will be better. Next week,
Good.
I'll be happy. Next week I'll care. Next week I won't even talk about nobody cares. Once I get sleep, I'll be like, hey guys, hey. You got plans for tomorrow?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna get a hold of a buddy that I went to high school with. Maybe take the kids for a walk and shit, and kind of catch
Oh,
up with him. Yeah, yeah, he's a good dude.
that's good, man.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoy your Sunday, man. I'll probably just put a review tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to review. There's actually that one he sent me, the Padilla Italia, that looks like a nice stick. And Padilla has a range of cigars, and that looks like the most high end Padilla I've ever seen.
yeah.
So,
I was actually just gonna bring that up. That's a brand that I see in a lot of clearance markdown. I'm kind of scared
right,
of
yeah,
that.
because there's a range, though. I'm telling you, like so there's like lower end Padilla, but then when I was recently in New York, they had $18 Padillas at the lounge. I was like, well, so I guess they're starting to make some higher end shit too.
That's good. I did
So
see an interview with the main, whatever, not CEO, but like the actual maybe farm
yeah,
runner, whatever. He seemed like a legit dude, like he knew what the fuck he was talking about. But a
yeah,
lot
I
of
think
this shit, like you can go on to Holtz right now and search by cost, right? So just go like click all cigars and then search by cost. Everything at the very bottom, like all the $2 shit is fucking
yeah,
Padillo.
yeah, on their cheaper side, definitely.
Yeah.
So same thing happened to Aganorsa. Like a few years ago, Aganorsa was making not that high end cigars, but
Yeah, they
then
got a couple of cheap
yeah,
ones out there. It's like called like the new Cuba.
yeah. I think the brand's been out for a while, and if people accept the brand, and then well, AJ started off with cheap cigars.
Yeah.
Dude, 10 years ago, everything AJ was cheap.
Yeah.
Everything AJ 10 years ago was the diesel, new cuts. I'm sorry, uncut, and like the Ave Marias. $2, $3, $4, $5 cigars. And over time, if once you get your name established and people accept you, you build up. And
Right.
kind of do the same
And
thing.
then, well, so then you make that money too, and then you put that back into your operation, and
Right.
then you could kind of grow.
Right. Yeah. Very rarely do you see a company just start out saying, "We make 2 cigars and they're $20." Like it can happen, but like, for example, Atabay. Atabay came out and they're like, "Yeah, we're a $30 cigar company." And you're like, "Fuck," and it worked.
That's a pretty bold step. Yeah.
A rare, but Atabay, their boxes and their cigars, you look at them, you're like, "Wow, that looks even nicer than Davidoff." They were able to pull it off. But then like Rocky Patel's like, "Yeah, I'm a $30 cigar too." And you're like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. No, no, you're
No.
not.
No.
If you come on out and you start making $23 cigars, you better be better than Davidoff." And
Yeah.
like Rocky Patel's not.
You're jumping into the deep end of the pool right away. Like fucking,
No,
you better be able to
but guns. It's like
hang with
Keltec.
the big boys.
Like Keltec, okay, a Keltec pistol, $200. Like, okay,
Right.
Keltec's like Keltec trying to make like an $800 pistol. You're not
Well,
HK.
fuck. What did they did something a couple of years ago, and I don't. It was called like the RFB,
Yeah,
and it was it was
308.
the 308 bullpup. Yep, and it had this very weird front ejector that
Yeah,
literally looked like turds plopping
yeah.
out. The brass would come out the front, and it would come out so slow. It was just
Well,
like, bloop.
they copied the Belgium design from FN,
Oh,
but
really?
yes, FN 2000 did that. But it wasn't
Interesting.
ejected. Basically, you'd shoot. Well, on the Belgium one, you'd shoot, and after like 4 or 5 rounds, then it would come out like then the empty
Interesting.
one. It's like a conveyor belt. I don't know how
Okay,
that works. Um,
that seems very prone to like
on the
get
Celtic, the Belgium shit, it was called the I think it was called the FN 2000.
that. Yeah,
That
as
was
soon
a
as you said 2000, I remembered. I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
dude,
I
that was a
think it's
two
just the
thousand
F
dollar rifle.
2000.
That was a $2,000 rifle 20 years ago, and it was
Yeah,
amazing.
but
Of
either
course,
way, like climbing around in the mud and the muck and shit is kind of what I'm getting at. Even with the F 2000, like I could see that getting bunged up. Mm,
yes and no. I think because if you looked at the 2000, it was a totally sealed gun. Actually, though, the whole system, once a magazine was in there was no way for anything to get anything in. But here's the downside: if you did get a bad round, which you can't control, right, and you have a malfunction, then clearing that could be a bitch. Like it actually,
oh yeah,
it had like a little turret you could open up and like so. There's pros and cons. If you look at an A case, it's completely open design. You could basically kick it with the bolt open or put a pair of pliers in there, get a bad round out. So there's pros and cons to every design. But now those 2000s, I saw a used one at a store for $4,000 because they don't make it no more. Or
wow.
yeah, so I mean they went up a
I just
lot.
saw. Fuck. I wonder if I got the. Oh, I took out the garbage. Never mind. Um, the the PS 90, right? So not the fucking the full auto, just the semi-auto.
Yeah,
1,900 bucks for the
yeah,
P90.
yeah.
Fuck, I want one, man, but I can't.
A lot of money. It's a lot of
Yeah, it
money.
is. And then we talked about getting into 5.7 now.
Problem is
Uh,
the amp and getting true
Well,
five.
if it was 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, it would be a different story. Now maybe they're producing it at a higher rate now, but the inflation and it's too late. I think I missed the boat on the 5.7.
For most people, the price on that you're outpriced, and for what you're getting in performance, and most of the companies are not making the true 5.7 round. The true 5.7
Right.
round will go 3A body armor,
Oh yeah.
but
Yep.
most companies they won't design the bullet so it won't do that because they don't want to get banned or I don't know.
Right.
But
Right. I know Ruger just created a fucking new little
yeah,
little
carbine and pistol.
yeah, yeah.
And but
It's pretty
The Smith & Wesson pistol's nice too, but
right.
I can't get into 5.7. I can't do it. Um, it's
It's
just
just it's a cool round, man. It's like it came out and now you kind of got hipster rounds going on too. Um but it came out and was a trendy cool thing and then everybody like have you heard of the 22 TCM? That's
yeah.
another one. Um
Oh,
there's
dude,
just a lot of that.
that what's that one that it's like a $5,000 pistol, and it's basically
The
a hunter.
7.5.
It starts with a
Oh
B.
fuck. I just said it. Go ahead.
It's a B. The word starts with a B.
Bruno.
Yeah, the caliber. It's a
Yep,
really.
7.
They're
It's a
basically that.
fucking trick. It's a trick ass system too, dude. Like the
Yeah.
recoil
No,
spring and the
that
way it's all set up.
you could drop some heavy duty shit with that thing.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
That's a mag cartridge. That thing is loaded hot.
Yeah,
But
7.5 Bruno, I think is what it's
that
called.
what it is. Dude, but
Yeah,
the cost of the gun and the cost of the ammo, that's
yep.
a rich man. I can't afford it.
And that's a scary situation. This has been bugging me the whole stream, man.
Yeah.
Little
What's that?
fucking wild hairs
Oh,
hanging out the side of my head. Um,
yeah. That I couldn't afford. I couldn't
you're getting
afford.
into dangerous territory too, as far as gun rights go. When you start talking about proprietary ammo
Yeah.
and guns, and that could be a sketchy situation. Uh oh. Uh
It
oh.
happened.
Uh oh.
What?
Uh oh.
You in trouble? Hello.
No.
Is he in trouble? Was he being bad?
No,
No.
she's getting ready to go to bed.
Oh, all right. He was saying such lovely things. He's saying
Yeah.
he's saying he wants to marry you for 5 more lifetimes.
Yes. Yep.
He said in this life and the next. Imagine you have this, you could do that.
Yeah.
With reincarnation, you could sign up for like the next 20 lives.
Hey, now don't you sign in my life away that many times. You only got 1 or 2.
It's I don't know. I mean, you could make a legally binding contract. So you could.
Yeah. I mean, it's on paper. It's there.
Yeah. You do it. But yeah, like there's a lot of calibers that, like 357 Sig is a great cartridge. That it fell off because of price. What it is with that. Nobody even carries 357 Sig. In fact, Sig's not even making 357 Sig guns.
Oh, that might have been kind of the first true hipster round, was the 357 Sig, and that was dude. There was a couple of times where I considered getting one of those.
Well, it is what you just get a 40 caliber pistol like a Glock or and you can
my
get
M&P. The M&P, the magazines. It says it right on the magazine. Yeah. It says 40 or and maybe a little and symbol.
Yeah. So basically, you could buy a 40 and then just get a drop-in barrel.
Yep.
But you got to make sure you're getting true 37 Sig ammo. Like Underwood makes it like it's loaded hot. Like
I bet they don't fuck around.
Dude, you could push like a 125 grain bullet, which 9mm is going like maybe 1200 plus P. You could push that shit to like 16, 1700 feet. You can get fast. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's essentially 357 Magnum type. You're getting there
if it's loaded to the max.
Yeah,
the problem
you're getting there.
But most companies like American Eagle, they're not loaded to the max. Basically,
no, dude, they've been fucking exposed, man. Yeah. American Eagle's been fucking exposed. I'll never buy their shit. If that's what's at the range and they're forcing you to buy it, cool. But if it's something going into my stash, my fucking,
I'm buying American Eagle in 9mm or 45. But if you go American Eagle in 10mm,
10mm is the one. Yep.
Yeah, American Eagle at 10mm is a 40 cal.
That's fucking, dude. I don't know what fraud. I don't know what you would call it, but that's not.
Well, no, but
that shouldn't be legal, dude.
That's the people's fault for not knowing ballistics. Yeah. I saw the box. There was a box of Federal 10mm, and it said 180 grain bullet loaded at 1,050 feet per second. And I said, "Wow, so it's 40 cal."
That's literally just a tall brass 40.
So you're wasting, and you're hoping that thing's in a cycle, because if you have a strong 10,
right. So, and you're spending the extra cheddar, like fucking. You're spending the extra money for 10, and you're getting 40.
I know most people what they want, because a lot of people couldn't handle true 10mm power.
That's why FBI. It's funny they've. I'm not a big science guy. I'm not anti-science by any means, but I like to use the term that for people who go like 40 is weak, 9's better and all this. I'm like, 40 was created by science to be a better round then. So don't tell me fucking 40's weak. Like that shit was created.
40 is superior
to beat a 10mm. Go ahead.
Down 40 was not the caliber, was the guns. A lot of the companies got cheap and just stuffed the 40 cal barrel in their gun.
Yes.
And then the gun, the frame and the gun and the spring wasn't designed for it. And so you're going, oh, my slide cracked. Oh, the ejector broke.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's because that was a 9mm.
Was it Bren?
Something? It was the Bren 10. That was the Bren 10. But that company went out of business. You had the SIG 229 and the 226. They updated that for 40. Only recently, the Glock finally updated 40. The Glock Gen 1, 2, and 3. And I'm not sure about the 4. I know the Glock Gen 5 made a heavier slide. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
As
you should. Right. The higher pressure.
Yeah, but you just need more mass so that it takes more to slow down the slide.
Right.
But 40, if you don't have the right platform, it will destroy it. So,
right.
So it is what it is. 40's great. Because if here's the thing, they'll say 40's too snappy, but then they'll say it's too weak compared to 10. So is it weak or is it too snappy? Which one is it?
Yeah.
They're
It's
lying.
to me, dude. It's the Goldilocks, right? So I love. There's my brother. Love him to death. There's no supplement for diameter, right?
Yeah,
Like diameter. Uh, if you're just talking ball ammo,
yeah,
the bigger the fucking projectile, the bigger the hole, the more
yeah,
effective it is. It's just what it is. But then
yeah,
you start putting in hollow point ammunition and expansion and everything.
yeah.
And so I'll tell people that hate on 40. I say 40 is faster than 45 and bigger than 9 millimeter. Like it's literally the fucking Goldilocks
Yeah,
bolt, dude.
and it holds more ammo than
It
45.
holds and it holds more. Yep.
And
Yep.
almost the same as 9. So
Yep.
40 is a nasty cartridge.
It is.
Also, 40 cal was the only caliber that was designed actually for hollow points. If you look at
Interesting.
Full Metal Jacket 40s, they're flat point. They're always
Yeah.
flat point.
Yep.
It was designed that. So even 40 Full Metal Jacket is going to hit really hard. You know, because it's a flat point design.
Yeah.
So I like 40.
I love 40.
Yeah, it's
It was the first ever center fired
yeah.
cartridge I ever owned. Like
Well,
my first gun that I went out and bought for myself was a Kel-Tec Sub 2000
if
in 40. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
that if you look at 9, people will take 9. They go, oh, it's cheaper. It's only cheaper with range ammo. Once you get to defense ammo, what do people do? They want plus P or plus P plus what? They want
Yep.
then they also want hollow points. Why? To expand. Well,
Yep.
40 is already bigger and already heavier and faster. So like
Yep.
it's doing a standard 40 is still more powerful than 9 millimeter plus. But people won't. You know what I'm saying though? Like it is what it is. You know what I'm
It
saying
is.
though? King has popularity, and I get it, you know.
Right.
But I, don't know, I like all three calibers. I have all three kind of.
Right. I own all three. Yeah. I got 45s and 9s and shit. My
But
most carried is probably
40
9.
hits that spot where if I was in the woods, I'd rather have a 40 against a bear than a 9 millimeter.
100%.
You know what I'm saying though?
100%. You're definitely
It's
going to get
yeah.
more penetration with a 40.
Well, dude, even if you okay, let's talk about 9 millimeter. Most 9 millimeters are loaded at 115 or 124. Well, let's say take the 124. If it's plus P, you're talking about 124. Gives you 400 pounds of energy. Most 40 cal load 180 grain, and it's over 400 pounds of energy. That's standard. If you
Right.
get a hotter 40, you could push 180 grain to like 1,200 feet per second, and you're
Yeah.
getting into millimeter. So and you're talking about 600 pounds of energy. That's a big difference.
That's
You
a
could
lot.
you could push 40, 50% more energy than 9 millimeter, and everyone acts like that's a joke. It doesn't mean anything. And like, you know,
It
you
goes
can't.
into what I was talking earlier about, or the other day in the chat about brand loyalty. There's
Yeah,
there's this very like cancerous fucking thought process that's ingrained in human beings where like because it's the one thing they have or tried, it's the best shit ever, and you have to tell everyone about it. Even though you've never tried something else
yeah.
outside of that.
Well, but
Like,
also
well, nine's the best. Have you ever shot anything else?
yeah.
Well,
No, but they'll
no.
say, oh, well, 9 millimeter. The biggest thing is it holds more. Okay, that's it. The other thing is they'll say, well, technology's made it better. Yes, but you think technology didn't make 40 or 45 better?
Exactly. Yeah. Like they're not going to use that same advancements in the other chamberings. Yeah.
Right. Because when it comes to defensive ammo, the whole thing is they're going to use expanding ammo, generally speaking. So if
Right.
you're already bigger diameter off the bat and then it expands, like a 45, like this shit I got will expand to over an inch.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit, dude! Like,
Yeah.
okay, if something 9 millimeter expands to 60 caliber, and the
Yeah.
45 expands to 1 inch, who's going to bleed out first? Like, it
Right.
doesn't.
And then I'll go
It,
back to 40 again, and you're expanding it about at 0.80. And
oh
I
yeah,
love it. Yeah.
but and then also people don't forget weight. The weight of a bullet, it's like bowling. You know what I'm saying? Or like throwing a rock at something. If something's heavier, it's going to do more damage. I don't know. People don't understand that. People, you know, I have no problem with 9 millimeter, but I
Nope.
don't care that in any situation. I'd rather have 40 or 45.
Yep.
I get 9 millimeter holds more, but if somebody's attacking me with a knife and I only have time for 1 or 2 shots, I'll take 40.
Well, here's
Right?
a smart ass thing to say too. Is
Yeah.
if you're really in a pissing match with somebody, about 9 and how it's the best. Tell him that Tupac was shot 8-9 times and he survived
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah.
50 Cent was shot like 5 or 6 times
No,
and
9 times. 9 times.
9 times. So he survived. There's a fucked up video, and I don't want to share it. It's not like crazy fucked up, but some fucked up neighbor like shot his the neighbor's dog with a 9mm, a little chihuahua. Shot it in the fucking head and didn't even kill the chihuahua. Like if 9's the fucking holy grail, like why are everyone surviving from it?
Yeah.
I
No.
got a little bit of a conspiracy. It's in a way, it's kind of almost like dampening gun rights or the severity of guns and making them more safe because the 40 was the go-to for the FBI and
40 was.
they needed it to be more potent.
Yeah, but there
And
was.
then they backtracked on it and went back to 9 because all these lawsuits and wrongful deaths and whatever, they needed a gun to be
Yeah, but also
less.
it was cheaper though. It was cheaper. It was a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of the cops' guns they went to 40. They were just like Glock. The Glocks were destroying themselves because the Glock was never designed.
Right.
So the newer Glocks, yes, they were. Gen 5 was designed for 40. But if you had an old school Glock 23 and you shot it a lot, you destroy the gun. Like you're gonna destroy it. You know? Hey, little kitty. He's so trapped. But anyways,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna bust the move, man. I'll see you around, bro.
All right, man. Always a good one, man. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys be good. Everyone in the lounge, take care of yourself, stay fresh, and I'll
God
see you around.
bless.
And let's hope Richie gets some sleep. You know,
Yeah, man.
That's it. I'll see you around, bro.
All right, brother. Have a good
Okay,
night, guys.
peace out.
Adios, amigos.